Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 6th of May 2020. Essence, sweet children, check yourself to see whether you have become a flower. Check that you don't become a thorn by having arrogance of the body. The Father has come to change you from thorns into flowers. Question: on the basis of which faith are you able to have unbroken love for the Father? Answer: when you first have the faith just so, you will have love for the Father. You need to have the unbroken faith that the incorporeal Father is present in this lucky chariot. He is teaching us through this one. When this faith breaks, your love decreases. God, the one who changes thorns into flowers, speaks. That is, God, the master of the garden, speaks. You children now know that you have come here to change from thorns into flowers. All of you understand that you were previously thorns and that you are now becoming flowers. The Father is praised a lot. They say, Purifier, come. He is the boatman, the master of the garden, and the redeemer of souls. Although he is referred to by many names, the same image of him is seen everywhere. His praise is sung as the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of happiness. You know that you are now sitting with that one Father. You have come here to change from thorn-like humans into flowers like deities. This is your aim and objective. Now each of you has to look within your own heart and ask yourself, do I have divine virtues? Have I become full of all virtues? Previously, you used to sing praise of the deities and considered yourselves to be thorns. Because you have the 5 vices, you used to sing, I am without virtue, I have no virtue. Body consciousness is also a very strong form of ego. When you consider yourselves to be souls, there can be a lot of love for the Father. You now know that the incorporeal Father is present in this chariot. Even after you having this faith, it breaks. You say that you have come to Shiv Baba, who is in the body of this lucky chariot of Prajapita Brahma. The father of all of us souls is only one Shiv Baba, and he is present in this chariot. This faith has to be very firm. It is in this that Maya brings doubt. When a Kumari becomes engaged and is to be wed, she believes she will receive a lot of happiness from her husband. But what happiness does she receive? She immediately becomes impure. While she's still a Kumari, her mother, her father, etc. all bow down to her because she's pure. As soon as she becomes impure, she has to start bowing down to everyone. Today everyone is bowing down to her, and tomorrow she will be bowing down to everyone. You children are now at the confluence age and are becoming the most elevated of human beings. Where will you be tomorrow? What are these homes, etc. today? There is so much dirty activity everywhere. This is called the brothel. Everyone is born through vice. Only you lived in the temple of Shiva. 5,000 years ago, you were very happy. There was no name or trace of sorrow. You have now come here to become like that once again. People do not know about the temple of Shiva at all. Heaven is called the temple of Shiva. Shiv Baba established heaven. Everyone says Baba, but ask them where the Father is, and they will say that he is omnipresent. They say that he is in the cats and dogs, and the fish and crocodiles. There is so much difference. The Father says, you were once the most elevated human beings, but having taken your 84 births, what have you now become? You have become residents of hell. This is why everyone calls out, O purifier, come. The Father has now come to purify everyone. He says, stop drinking poison in this last birth. However, they still do not understand. The Father of all souls now says, become pure. Everyone says, Baba. First of all, souls remember that Baba, and then they remember this Baba. That Baba is the incorporeal one, and this Baba is a corporeal one. The Supreme Soul sits here and explains to you, impure souls. Initially, you too were pure. You used to live with the Father, and then you came here to play your parts. Understand this cycle very well. You are now to go to the new world of the Golden Age. It is your desire to go to heaven. You used to ask for a child like Krishna. I have now come to make you become like him. There all children are like Krishna. They are Satupradhan flowers. You are now going to the land of Krishna. You are becoming the masters of heaven. Ask yourself, have I become a flower? Do I become a thorn by having arrogance of the body? Human beings consider themselves to be bodies rather than souls. By forgetting that you are souls, you have forgotten the Father. It is only by coming to know the Father from the Father that you can claim the Father's inheritance. Everyone receives his inheritance from the unlimited Father. There isn't a single soul who doesn't receive his inheritance. Your sins can absolved. By remembering the Father, your sins will be absolved, and you will then receive a crown. You can see light. It is a symbol of purity. No one else can receive this knowledge. Only the Father gives it. He has the full knowledge. The Father says, I am the seed of the human world tree. This is an inverted tree. This is the culprit tree. Previously there was the tree of divine flowers. It is now become a forest of thorns because of the five vices. The foremost vice is body consciousness. There is no body consciousness. Deities are pure. You understand that you were flowers, that you then became thorns, and that you are once again going to the world of flowers. As you make further progress, you will have many visions. Those are all gains. Mira used to dance in dress, but she had no knowledge. Mira did not go to heaven. She would still be here somewhere. Viceless world. The five vices do not exist there. Shiv Baba created heaven. It is now hell. You have now come here to become the residents of heaven once again. Those who study well will go to heaven. You are studying once again and will continue to study cycle after cycle. This cycle continues to turn. This is the predestined drama from which no one can be liberated. Whatever you see, for instance, a mosquito flying, it will fly in the same way after a cycle. A very good intellect is needed to understand this. The shooting of this drama continues to take place. This is the field of action. You come here from the supreme abode to play your parts. Some of you become very clever in this study, and some are still studying. Some study and become even cleverer than the older ones. The ocean of knowledge teaches everyone. As soon as you belong to the Father, the inheritance of the world is yours. Yes, souls that have become impure definitely do have to be purified. The easiest way to become pure is to continue to remember the unlimited Father. You children should have this interest in the old world. Then there is the land of liberation and the land of liberation in life. We do not remember anyone but the one Father. Wake up early in the morning. I came bodiless, and I have to return bodiless. Therefore, why should I remember any bodily beings? Wake up at Amrit Vela and talk to yourself in this way. The early morning hours are called Amrit Vela. The ocean of knowledge is the nectar of knowledge. Therefore, the ocean of knowledge says, the early morning time is very good. Wake up early in the morning and remember the Father with a lot of love. Baba, I have now found you again after 5,000 years. The Father says, now remember me, and your sins will be absolved. You have to follow Srimad. You definitely do have to become Satopradhan. Once you develop the habit of remembering the Father, you will continue to be in a state of happiness, and any consciousness of the body will continue to be removed. There will be then no consciousness of the body. There will be a great deal of happiness. You were very happy when you were pure. All of this knowledge should be retained in your intellects. Those who come first will definitely take 84 births. Then those of the Moon dynasty will take a few births less, and then those of Islam will take even fewer births. The tree continues to grow number-wise. The main religion is the deity religion. Later, three religions emerge from this one. Then the branches that twinks and twinks emerge. You now know this drama. This drama continues to move as slowly as allows. It continues to tick away second by second. That is why liberation in a second has been remembered. Souls remember their father. Baba, we are your children. We should therefore be heaven. So why we are in hell? The Father establishes heaven. So why are we still in hell? The Father explains, you were in heaven. You have now forgotten everything by taking 84 births. Now follow my directions once again. It is only by having remembrance of the Father that your sins will be absolved. Alloy has been mixed into souls. Bodies are the ornaments of the souls. When souls become pure, they receive pure bodies. You know that you are in heaven. Now that the Father has come once again, you have to claim your full inheritance from Him. The five vices have has to be renounced. While doing everything, continue to remember the Father. Souls have been remembering the Beloved for half the cycle. That Beloved has now come. He says, you have become ugly by sitting on the pyre of lust. I have now come to make you beautiful. This is what the fire of yoga is for. Knowledge wouldn't be called a pyre. There is the pyre of this yoga. By sitting on the pyre of remembrance, your sins will be absolved. Gyan is called knowledge. The Father is telling you the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and end of the world. The highest on high is the Father. Then there are Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, and then those of the Sun and Moon dynasties. Then there are the biplots of other religions. This tree grows so large. This tree has no foundation at this time. This is why the example of the banyan tree is given. The deity religion has disappeared. People have become corrupt in their religion and their actions. You children are now performing elevated actions in order to become elevated. You are making your eyes civil. You must no longer perform corrupt actions. There should be no bad vision. Check yourself. Am I worthy of marrying Lakshmi? Do I consider myself to be a soul? And do I remember the Father? Examine your chart every day and ask yourself, throughout the day, did I become body conscious and commit any sin? If so, there will be 100-fold punishment. Maya does not allow you to keep your chart. You write it for 2 to 4 days and then stop. The Father is very much concerned. He has mercy. He feels that if you children were to remember Him yourself, this does require effort. You mustn't make a loss for yourself. Knowledge is very easy. To the sweetest beloved, long lost, and now found children love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother the Father Bapidata. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharna, the first point. Wake up at Amrit Vela and have a sweet conversation with the Father. Practice becoming borderless. Pay attention to remembering no one but the Father. 2. Make your vision very clean and pure. The garden of divine flowers is being created now. Therefore, make effort to become flower. Do not become a thorn. Blessing. May you be a constant server who serves at every moment through your every thought, attitude, and actions. Just as you find the Father extremely lovely, and that there is no life without the Father, in the same way there is no life without service. As well as being a constant yogi, also be a constant server. Do even while sleeping. When you are seen sleeping, let them see peace on your face and experience cooperation of bliss. Continue to do the service of reminding everyone to have remembrance of the Father with every one of your physical organs. Continue to give blessings and vibrations with your powerful attitude. Continue to give blessings to become a karma yogi with your actions. Continue to accumulate multi-millions at every step, and you will then be said a constant server and serviceable. Slogan. Remain aware of your spiritual personality, and you will become a conqueror of Maya. Om Shanti.